So in the cash balance approach, I talk about proportional relationship between money demand and value of output. Okay, proportional relationship between money demand and value of output, and it is represented by this K. Okay, and this I call Cambridge constant. Okay, it basically means the ratio of money demand to the value of output remain constant. Okay, in the short run. So what this approach is saying is that given the value of output, okay, and price level, there is a proportional relationship between money demand and price level, because given the money supplied, part of the money you are using for transaction purpose and part of the money you are keeping as a cash balance, okay, as a store of value. So this K, the proportional relationship between money demand for cash balance, or you can say demand for cash balance, lies between 0 and 1. Okay, this is what I talk about. So today in this video I'm going to talk about what we mean by proportional relationship. Okay, so and how we can draw the graph. Okay, so in mathematics we know y equal to mx plus c is a equation of a straight line. Okay, so you have x axis, y axis. When say x equal to 0, when x equal to 0, y will have some intercept term. Okay, so I'm not going into that detail. We just want to look at a proportional relationship, linear proportional relationship. Okay, so consider c equal to 0, then y will be equal to mx. So y by x ratio must be equal to m. Okay, m is constant when we are looking at a linear relationship. So this ratio, okay, this is giving me proportional relationship between money demand and value of output. Here it is proportional relationship between y and x, which is equal to m. Okay, here it is equal to k. And let me draw the graph, then I will show you how we can draw the graph here also. Okay, so here y is constant, so I am getting a proportional relationship between money demand and price level. Okay, so I can draw a graph like this here. So I'm taking price level here. Okay, and money demand and money supply here, this aspect. Okay, so I'm only looking at a proportional relationship between money demand and price level. Okay, look at this example what we have here. So suppose m equal 0.5. Since my money demand will be proportion of your value of output, it cannot be equal to 1, it must be between 0 and 1 in the cash balance approach. Okay, I'm taking here so that you can associate with that example. Okay, so y equal to mx plus c I have. Okay, c equal to 0. Let's look at what will be the value. Okay, so when x equal to 0, this term is 0. Okay, take it out. Okay, so because I consider this to be 0, I am looking at one year proportional relationship. Okay, when x equal to 0, y will be 0. When x equal to 1, 1 into 0.5 is 0.5. When x equal to 2, 2 into say 0.5 is 1. Similarly, we can take 2 more points. 3, it is 1.5. 4, this is 2. Let me note it. Okay, this is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. Okay, and this you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When x value is 0, y value is 0. When x value is 1, y value is 1. When x value is 2, y value is 1. When x is 3, y is 1.5. When x is 4, y is 2. Okay, so I join this, I get a proportional relationship between y and x, and it will start from the origin. Okay, and it will be 9 like this from the origin. Okay, and it is positive now because m is between 0 and 1. Okay, m is positive. I have taken 0.5, so it lies between 0 and 1. It will have slope like this. Okay, you can check it. Okay, say y2 minus y1, say 1.5 minus 1 over x2 minus x1. Take any 2 point and you can check it. Okay, it will, you will get 0.5. So this is nothing but y equal to mx. Okay, so this thing I can use for this one also. This is what y equal to m, and this is x given output table. So I can draw this graph, right? Money demand I can consider to be y. Okay, or I can put it in the x-axis. It does not matter because there is a proportional relationship. I can write in both way. Okay, y equal to mx. So m is this one and x is this one given the output level. Okay, so this is what I have noted here. So money demand equal this thing, or you just write this term, same thing. Okay, so this is your money demand function, and how I have drawn like this. Net take one example. Okay, so net take price level and money demand. Okay, and this is your money demand, some proportion of your value of output. Okay, and say I'm just telling you how you are drawing the graph. Okay, for drawing the graph technique. Okay, so suppose your output is fixed as say 100, and proportion of money that you are demanding for cash balance is 0.5. That means 50% of your money supply you are keeping as a cash balance, and 50 money people are using as a transaction purpose. Okay, so now when say price level is 10. Okay, so I have this equation, this is 0.5, this will be 10, and this is 100, then it will be 10, it will be 500. Okay, so when price is 10, my money demand will be 500, this is 10. Okay, so when my price is 20, I can put it will be 1000. When price is 20, my money demand will be say 1000. So meaning when price is 30, it will be 1500, because there is a proportional relationship, right? 1500 because k is 0.5. Okay, okay, so you can check any 2 point and you can check it that it is coming out to be 0.5. Okay, now second thing what I am saying is that this is your money demand function. Okay, which is positively slow. Okay, and money supply is determined by monetary authority. Okay, so if monetary authority is determining money supply equal to say 1000. Okay, so this is your money supply here. Okay, M equal to M bar. No matter whatever be the price level, monetary authority has determined this money supply. Okay, so given the money supply, this is your money demand function. So I will know this is the price level and this is the equilibrium in the money market. Okay, or this is the demand for money and this is the supply of money. This determines the value of money. Okay, what is the value of money that I have? So I have equation M equal K Py. Okay, so my value of money is 0.5 and price level here is 20 and output is say 100, right? So I divided by this 10, so value of money is 1000. Okay, this is my equilibrium here. So this is what we have, and when money supply increases say from 1000 to 1500. Okay, let's use other pen. When money supply increases 1000 to 1500, 1500 say ms prime. Okay, what will happen? Price level will increase to 30. What is the reason for that? Because this is constant. The cash that I want to keep, the money that I want to keep as a cash balance as a store value. Okay, it will remain constant because this output never given. I know how much proportion I want to give. This proportion is not changing. Okay, this proportion will remain the same. How much I want to keep as a cash balance. So extra money that we have, look at this equation, M equal to KPY. Okay, so output is given. This how much money I want to keep as a cash balance is given. So the extra cash that I am having because money supply increases. Okay, I want to purchase more of output. Okay, so when this output is changed by a larger amount of money, price will increase. This is what it is showing. So when money supply increases, price increases. Okay, I hope this mathematical part is clear. Thank you.